Hello friends, good afternoon. This is our video on Ichimoku Kinko system और Ichimoku indicator. ये वीडियो दोनों लैंग्वेजेस में अपलोड होगा, हिंदी में भी और इंग्लिश में भी. दिस वीडियो विल बी अपलोडेड इन बोथ द लैंग्वेजेस, हिंदी एंड इंग्लिश. Please watch as per your preferences. This is English version. So we are reading about the Ichimoku Kinko system or known as Ichimoku indicator. So before we jump into our analysis on what is Ichimoku indicator, how does it work, let us study about its various component. Generally, there are three main component. The first one is Tenkan-Sen and Kijun-Sen. First of all, this Ichimoku indicator seems a bit complex, but this is very easy to use. Okay, this is very conceptual, this is easy, but at the first instance it may look very difficult to you, but it's not. We divide its component into three part. Okay, we divide its component into three part. The first one is conversion line and baseline, known as Tenkan-Sen and Kijun-Sen. Second part is Senkou span A and Senkou span B, and the third part is lagging span and is known as Chikou span. Okay, ये सारा हम we will cover all of it in the detail. Don't worry at all. Okay, this is very easy indicator and very useful indicator. So let's discuss the default setting. As we discussed, these are the various parts of Ichimoku system: conversion line, baseline, leading spawn A, leading spawn B, or lagging spawn. So the conversion line is nothing but average of 9-day high and low. Okay, whatever the price of the candle at the high and the price of candle low for the last 9 days, average of those is nothing but a conversion line. Okay, what is baseline? Baseline is nothing but the average of high and low of last 26 days. Do remember one thing, these all are default setting: 9, 26, 52, 26. These all are default setting. We can change as per our own need, and that would the updated settings would be discussed in second part of this video. Okay, so what is conversion line? Conversion line is nothing but average of high and low of last 9 days. Baseline is nothing but average of high and low of last 26 days. And what is Senkou span A? Senkou span or the leading span A is the average of these two, conversion line and the baseline. Conversion line is the average of high and low of 9 days. Baseline is the average of high and low of last 26 days. Leading span A is the average of conversion line and the baseline, and the leading span B is the average of 52 days. Okay, and the lagging span is the close price plotted 26 days back. Whatever the average of closed price 20 days back, and that is lagging span. Okay, so these are the default settings. So let's cover all of it one by one. As you can see, if you plot Ichimoku cloud on your chart, this is what you will be getting. So you can change the colors of the line. Okay, different trading platform has different colors, so it doesn't matter whether for example some uses blue color for Tenkan-Sen, orange color for Kijun-Sen. Okay, so there is nothing to be worried, okay, or to be confused. As long as you know the name of the line, it's enough. Okay, so as you can see, we have the conversion line Tenkan-Sen, we have the Tenkan-Sen line here, we have the Kijun-Sen line. Okay, this is lagging span known as Chikou span, and this is the Kumo cloud. Kumo cloud is made up of Senkou span A and Senkou span B. We do not use Senkou span A and B as such because we directly use the Kumo cloud as for our reference. And Ichimoku system, in the Ichimoku system, you can have the n number of the strategies. Okay, so let's cover each the component in detail. So what is the Ichimoku Kinko system? The Ichimoku Kinko is an indicator that gauges the future price momentum and determines the future area of the support and resistance. Whenever we are in a trending market, when market is not choppy or market is trending, let it be the bullish market or the bearish market, Ichimoku system tells you one of the best support and resistance zone. So okay, so what does this Ichimoku Kinko? This name seems a bit weird, but this is the Japanese name where the Ichimoku means a glance, Kinko means equilibrium, and Hayo means a chart. So Ichimoku Kinko system means a glance at a chart equilibrium. Okay, so this Ichimoku Kinko system. This Ichimoku Kinko system is nothing but a glance at a chart in equilibrium. Okay. Before we jump to the detailed analysis of Ichimoku Kinko Hayo system, we must know its limitation, because if there are some advantages of any indicator, there has to be some disadvantages, and if you know only advantages, not the disadvantages, then it may affect your return. So thing is, when market is not trending, okay, when there is no clear trend, for example, the market is moving like this, okay, no clear trend. Okay, so when there is no clear trend, we cannot use Ichimoku system. We need a trend. Let it be the bullish trend or let it be the bearish trend. We can use the Ichimoku system in those conditions. Okay, so the first part is Tenkan-Sen line, and that is known as conversion line. By default in trading view, if you set up this indicator, you go to the indicator column and you choose the Ichimoku, the default one, then you would see this kind of setup. This looks very complex setup, but it is very easy to use, and you can change the setting. You can remove all those lines if you want to. We are covering the whole Ichimoku system, then that's why I am showing you all of this content. Okay, so the blue line, so in the trading view, the blue line, this blue line is Tenkan-Sen line, okay, and that is conversion line. So what is conversion line? The Tenkan-Sen shows an asset's short-term price momentum. Okay, as we discussed, this is the average of the 9-period high and the low. So this shows us the price momentum. That means for the short term, whether price is going up, or short term whether price is going down, that is shown to us by this conversion line. Okay, it shows the midpoint price over the last 9 period, and this is the difference between EMAs, SMAs, and the conversion line of Ichimoku system. Okay, this conversion line of Ichimoku system is different from EMA, exponential moving average, or simple moving average. Why so? Because generally the exponential moving averages are based on the closing price. Okay, the closing price, EMAs and SMAs are based on close price of a candle. Okay, but this the conversion line of Ichimoku system is based on what? This is based on the midpoint price over the last 9 period. Due to this very short term of nature of this indicator, this is not typically used on its own. That means you cannot use this conversion line in isolation and decide whether market is bullish and bearish. Don't do this mistake. This just tells us the recent momentum of the price action or the price, and we have to use the other confluences to use it. So this was our conversion line. Next one is the baseline. Baseline in the trading view is generally, by default, it's kind of orange or reddish. Okay, so this baseline is also known as the Kijun-Sen line. Okay, so Kijun-Sen is also known as the baseline, and it is one of the 5 component of Ichimoku cloud indicator. Okay, and we use this baseline in along with the conversion line, because the crossover of these decides the whether market is the bullish or the bearish. Okay, so as we discussed, the Kijun-Sen line, average of the 9 period, and your Tenkan-Sen is the average of the 9 period. The Kijun-Sen line is the midpoint of the high and lows price over the last 26 period. So this is kind of much more, this covers, or this collects the much more data, and the crossover of these two decides the whether market is the bullish or bearish. We will discuss the strategies of Ichimoku Kinko Hayo system in the next part of the video. In this part, we are discussing what is the indicator. We will use its practicality, its uses in next part of the video. Okay. So next one is, as you know, the next one is Senkou span. Okay, what is Senkou span? What is Senkou span? Senkou span is also called as a leading span A. Okay, so Senkou span A and the B. The Senkou span is like this. Let's say this is Senkou span A, and this is the Senkou span B, and the Senkou span A and B will make these areas as a highlighted areas, and these areas are known as Kumo cloud. The area made up by these spawn A and the B are nothing but they are called as the Kumo cloud. So the Senkou span is an important component of Ichimoku indicator. It forms a cloud. It forms a cloud with the Senkou span B, and it is called a cloud because the area between two lines is shaded in the color. Okay, Senkou span A and the B usually cross over each other and they make a clouded region, and that is called as the Kumo cloud. Okay, this is Senkou span B. As you can see, this highlighted area, this area is a red in the color, this area is the green in color, this area is nothing but the crossover. When there is a bullish crossover between spawn A and the B, the area turns green. When there is bearish crossover, then area turns green. Okay, you can switch off the Senkou span A and B, but you will still have this Kumo cloud. So theory is the same. This is the part of Ichimoku cloud indicator. The leading span B works in conjunction with the Senkou span A line from the cloud formation known as the Kumo. The cloud made up by Senkou span A and Senkou span B is called as Kumo cloud. Thicker the cloud, greater the support and resistance. As you can see, okay, let it be. We will cover this practicality or the uses in second part of the video. In this video, we will cover only component of the Ichimoku system only. Okay, so both Senkou span A and B are plotted 26 period by default into the future also. So this is, for example, the EMAs. EMAs are lagging indicator. They tell you what has already happened. But in the Ichimoku system, this indicator plots the future support and resistance areas also, which we will take into consideration in our next video. Okay, the last part is lagging span. Okay, lagging span is one of the 5 components of the Ichimoku Kinko High indicator. It is created by plotting closing price of 26 period. Okay, so these tells us whether price came into the proper momentum or not. If the price, if this Chikou span, if the Chikou span or the lagging span is above the cloud, that means the price is in the bullish trend for a considerable period of time. And if this is the below the Kumo cloud, then it means this is not in the bullish, or it's in kind of the bearish momentum. So okay, this video was just a introductory video of what is Ichimoku system. We will cover the Ichimoku strategies, how to long, how to short in our next video. Okay, as you can see, this is a sample how the Ichimoku system looks on the chart. As you can see, this is the Kumo cloud. This is a bearish crossover, that's why this is red. It was the bullish crossover between the lagging span, leading span A and Senkou span A and the B. Okay, and these are the conversion line and the baseline. Blue line is the conversion line, and this orangish line is the baseline. Okay, I have switched off the lagging span, Chikou span, because I don't use it much. Okay, you can keep it if you want to. Okay, this is just a sample, and this video was just an introduction to Ichimoku system. We will cover the strategies of Ichimoku Kinko Hayo system in our next part of the video. Watch this video again and again until and unless, watch this video again and again till you develop some grasp over component of Ichimoku system. Okay, thank you.